What I'm about to show you should terrify every homeowner and buyer in America. Only three out of the top 50 housing markets in this country are still affordable. Houston, one of our most resilient markets, just flipped from growth to decline forecasts. And now a Middle East conflict is threatening to push mortgage rates even higher. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Texas, the next 10 minutes could save you tens of thousands of dollars. I'm Will Garner, and this data you won't hear from your typical real estate agent. So let's start with the numbers. That should keep every American awake at night. According to a bombshell report just released by business journals this week, only 3 out of America's top 50 housing markets meet the basic industry affordability standard. Now, what's the standard? It's simple. Housing costs shouldn't exceed 30% of your income. That's not some arbitrary number I made up. That's the gold standard that lenders, economists, and housing experts have used for decades. But here's the kicker. 47 out of 50 major markets now fail this basic test. We're talking about cities where families are spending 40, 50, even 60% of their income just to keep a roof over their heads. But 94% of major housing markets failed the affordability test. We're not looking at a market correction, folks. We're staring down the barrel of a full-blown housing crisis. If you think Texas is immune to this, you're about to get a reality check. Speaking of Texas, let me hit you with some breaking news that just came out of the Houston Business Journal on June 23rd. Are you ready for this? Major housing data companies have officially revised their Houston market forecast from growth to decline. Let me repeat that. Houston, one of America's most resilient housing markets, has gone from growth predictions to decline predictions in a matter of weeks. And here's what's driving it. President Trump's new tariff policy. Now, you might be thinking, Sporty, what do tariffs have to do with my house? Everything. Construction materials, appliances, fixtures, a huge percentage of this stuff comes from overseas. When tariffs go up, construction costs skyrocket. When construction goes up, home prices follow. When home prices rise faster than incomes, affordability crashes even harder. That's just economics 101. The fact that Houston, a market that survived the 2008 crisis better than almost everywhere else, is now forecasting decline. This should be a 5-alarm fire for every Texas homeowner and buyer. And trust me, I was there for the 2008 crisis. I was in the midst of all that craziness. But wait, there's more. And this is the wild card that could push this whole situation over the edge. The escalating Israel-Iran conflict that's been dominating the headlines isn't just a foreign policy issue. It's about to hit your mortgage rate. And you heard what Trump said. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Anyway, according to the analysis from Commercial Trust in the UK, conflicts in the Middle East historically cause what economists call inflation to run hot. And when inflation runs hot, central banks keep interest rates elevated longer. Look at the data from the Gulf War, why this matters for you. Energy prices spike during Middle East conflicts. Energy costs drive up everything from construction to transportation to heating and cooling your home. It's a domino effect that ends with higher mortgage rates and higher housing costs. And folks, this conflict is far from over. All right, let's get practical for a second. If you're a current homeowner and see the rate drops everyone was hoping for. Secondly, if you're considering selling, timing is everything. The market hasn't fully absorbed these new realities yet, but it will. Smart sellers are getting ahead of this curve. Now, if you're looking to buy, listen carefully. Remember, those 3 markets that still meet affordability standards, that's where smart money is moving. But here's the thing about Texas specifically. We're caught in the middle of that. Texas markets are still more affordable than California or New York, but they're not immune to these national trends. Houston's forecast flip proves that. So what are your options? Option number 1, you could look at secondary Texas markets that haven't been hit as hard yet. Or option 2, consider the international alternatives. I cover on my Global Property Passport channel places like Colombia, where your dollar goes 3 times further and you're not dealing with tariff-driven construction costs. Or option 3, wait it out, but understand that waiting comes with risk as well. Here's what we're looking at, folks. We have 3 major forces converging at the same time. Pillar 1, The affordability crisis. 94% of major markets are already failing the basic test. Pillar 2, economic uncertainty. Tariffs driving up construction costs. Houston forecast flipping negative. Pillar 3, geopolitical tensions keeping mortgage rates elevated longer than expected. When you study housing market crashes throughout history, they don't happen because of one factor. They happen when multiple negative factors align, just like we're seeing right now. Based on this data, I'm predicting we'll see significant market adjustments within the next 6 to 12 months. The question isn't if this perfect storm hits, it's when and how hard. Smart money isn't waiting to find out. Look, I know this isn't the feel-good real estate content that you usually see from me on YouTube, but I'd rather give you the hard truth with real data than blow a lot of BS while your financial future is at risk. If you're considering relocating to Texas or looking at alternatives, I've got detailed guides that can help. Check out my Texas Migration Guide series on my channel. It's in the playlist. And also check out Global Property Passport for alternatives for international opportunities as well. If this kind of data-driven analysis is valuable to you, like I said, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I'll keep tracking these trends and giving you the information that you need to make smart decisions. You can follow me on Instagram also at Sporty Garner and TikTok at Real Estate Sporty for daily updates. Just check for that information in the description. The links to my social media channels are in there. And remember, in a market like this, information isn't just power, it's profit. I'm Will Sporty Garner, and I'll see you in the next episode.